When you think of creativity, what springs to mind? Images of students drawing, painting, or performing? While those things are creative, creativity itself is much more expansive. Creativity helps students to solve problems, generate new ideas, explore novel approaches to assignments and tasks, make connections between viewpoints and ideas, and learn to embrace failure as indispensable to the creative process. That may sound like a lot, but for experts in any subject or discipline, these are the essential skills that underpin their thinking. That's why leading educational institutions and industries identify creativity as a must-have skill to set students up for success. There are some simple, easy-to-implement ways to cultivate creativity and innovation in your classroom. For example, you can encourage exploration and brainstorming, provide multiple routes to student success, give students challenging problems to solve together or on their own, and model and celebrate the making of productive mistakes. Here at Adobe, we've created a range of activities that extend Khan Academy and other core content to encourage creative thinking and to deepen learning. For example, in one of our math activities, students use Creative Cloud Express to visually represent ratios in a variety of ways. In a science activity, students use Photoshop to communicate their understanding of DNA and heredity with an infographic. In an art history project, students use Creative Cloud Express or Illustrator to explore the linear perspective and show how it influences the meaning of a work of art. What could creative activities or projects look like in your class? Let's hear from educators like you who purposefully plan for creative and innovative thinking in their classrooms.
The world's going to change. Jobs are going to change. Everything's going to change. But thinking creatively and solving problems, that's always going to be a part of innovation, a part of success, a part of collaboration. It's the most critical skill that our students can have.
We want students to create, to demonstrate their understanding and their learning by actually doing things, creating things to set them up for the kinds of work and experiences they'll have to do for the rest of their lives.
Students need to think creatively because it helps them learn the process of problem solving while connecting ideas to execution. By thinking creatively, they learn to take risks, they learn to explore, and they also learn to create with confidence.
Employers are looking for young people who know how to think creatively in response to complicated problems and issues.
If things are changing so rapidly, that creative process and that creative mind actually allows them to be fluid and change with the times. And this is critical for learning because right now we cannot teach our students as we taught before a traditional job or traditional industries. We really got to teach our students how to continually think about change and how to continually adapt and how to continually learn and take advantage of the tools that's available for them to evolve with the times.
It's important that students think creatively while learning and creating in the 21st century because it helps them tap into their imagination and how they can stretch the use of digital tools to create, to share ideas, to innovate, to prototype, and to design.
Critical thinking, complex problem solving, and creativity, they are all top 3 skills that employers are looking for in the workplace. And every single one of those can be facilitated in a classroom experience in how students approach learning. Most students, when they're in flow, when they're working on a task that leans more towards the constructionist side and away from the instructionist side, they're able to actually create, and they're able to iterate, they're able to change and develop and check and modify. When they're able to bring that type of creativity to a task, it's very, very difficult to get them to stop.